If you can answer one question for me, I'll give you 500 bucks.
$500. What's the question?
What's your biggest regret in life?
Now, 30 years ago, me and a young lady had a son together, but we couldn't afford it. So we had to give it to the couple for adoption. I don't know if he has children or if I have grandchildren. I don't know where he's at. I hope the foster family that I gave him to took very good care of him. I'm a terrible father. I'm a terrible father. God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We all make mistakes, man.
I'm sorry.
At least you didn't abandon him. You gave him to a family that would take care of him.
You burdened me a long time, and I'm glad I met you.
As promised.
Wow. This is really for me?
Yes.
Listen, man, I'm gonna find my son. Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you too, brother.
I'm your professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a Scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology. Oh man, oh man, oh man. L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, you saw the clip. Kind of touching, came off as authentic. It could have been a setup, but the guy was homeless, so I'm gonna ride with it. But I've seen this before a few times in my life. For all you kids that were adopted, there are a lot of parents who gave y'all away who haven't got over giving y'all away. Sometimes they had you at a young age. It could have been in high school, they could have been in college, and people came to them, this might not be a good idea for you. You might have to give up the baby. Da, 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 da. Like they didn't want to help. They didn't want to help raise you. So the person was like, I don't have a support system. Yeah, I messed up, and I don't know what to do. And they say, well, get a baby up. And they give you the speech about, your baby's gonna go to a good family in a good place. You're doing the best thing for the baby, but that's a crapshoot. In years later, when you find out, some of these kids don't get, they don't get they grew up in the system. They might get passed around from house to house. Some of them make it to good homes, and some of them might have been bad homes. But what I can say is the regret of not knowing is there, and the regret of giving these kids up is there. Like I've seen quite a few broken adults because they might have gave the baby up as a teenager, 15 to 19, right? And it's like, what did I do? Some people were, out there bad, on drugs or whatever, and gave the baby up. They was high. And then one day, they sobered up, and it was like, what the drugs was that important that I gave my baby up? And some of them go back to the drugs because that broke them again. And some of them, they straighten up because they was like, I'm really fucked up as a person for this. I can't let that, if I was on drugs that bad, I can't do this, Sometimes the family talks them into adoption, but adopting in the family. And sometimes, you got family members who like, look, I got it. The kids gonna know you, they mother, they father, whatever. And other times, the family like, this is my baby now. And bitch ass nigga, yeah, you might have changed your mind, but fuck you, nigga. It's kind of like that. And then it's a whole animosity and a regret, because they want what they want, and they're gonna hold a baby over your head like, like a hostage, but you can't do anything because you gave me the baby. It's like, now you gotta prove to me you're a good human being because you gave the baby to me, so now I'm gonna be a bad human being to you. It's that happens. Sucks, but it happens. Yeah, man. Then you have people who regret, and sometimes the adoption, the mother and the father in on it together. Like the guy that was in the clip, he had to sign off on it, and there's a guilt in that, because I mean both of them couldn't do anything at the time. And then you have the thing when the guy finds out he had a kid, and he finds out the kid got adopted, and he like, yo, why you just give me my fucking kid? And then there's the guilt of that, like the regret of like, yo, you fucking gave my kid away. Like you might become mortal enemies at that point. Some guys can fight to get their kid back, and some can't. You get what I'm saying? So kid's long gone, and now, just because laws in certain states, because there are places that you can do that. Or you can play like I don't know who the daddy is and just you know move on. And then the dad find out, and it's like, what the, you know, it sucks. The kid ultimately pays for it, right? Because they might go through life feeling unwanted, and you're gonna go through life feeling like a piece of ish. You get what I'm saying? Like I can't believe I did that, you know. And whether we like to say it or not, giving your kid away, you probably looked at worse than a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, because there's nothing tied to, you can give up the kid and there's nothing tying you to the kid per se. The state takes over, the other people take over. And you might come in, when the kid's 12 or 13 and want to know who their real family is, and now you going to come in, hey, how you doing? What's up? It's me, baby. And it's like, well, where you been at? What's really going on? What's really good? And sometimes you want that to reunite, but at the same time, you can't reunite the way you want because, a lot of damage is done. And as you saw the man, he was beating himself up, and he just telling God, like, I'm sorry. Hopefully his son or daughter sees that. They're like, yeah, he has regrets. Cool. I can forgive him. I see it really broke him. And maybe they could talk or something, But at the same time, there's some people who give up their kids and they don't want to see the kid because they already broke themselves, and they don't want to see if the kid winds up in a bad spot. It's like, it's because of you, what you did. And if the kid winds up well off, it's not because of what you did. So it's like a lose-lose situation, and it sucks. It sucks. And I say it like this too. In some ways it's similar to having when women have an abortion. There's a certain mourning that they do. It's not like a miscarriage. It's like a mourning. Like, I could have had this kid. Like, they think of names, they think of genders, they think of birthdays, and it's like, and if they have kids, sometimes it's like, after that, it's like, I'm happy for the kids I have, but now I realize I was wrong. No matter how you slice it, I was wrong. And the regret sets in. Same thing with the guys. The guys do it and it sound good. Oh, it's into the clinic, and then it's like, what that old Common song, Retrospect for Life, $315 ain't worth your soul. It says 318. It's one of them, right? You realize, man, at the time you thought you dodged the bullet, and then you realize you sold your soul. And there's a regret there. So I just thought it was something that I haven't touched on. It came across me, and I saw that, and I was like, yeah, man, because I've seen this before. And it really sucks. It really sucks. And sometimes, sometimes the parent spends their lifetime trying to find themselves, to redeem themselves as a person, because the kid might forgive them, but they still haven't forgiven themselves. And until they forgive themselves, they might be self-destructive. So, I'm done, man. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
You ever been to the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you there.